Okay, guys. So as you see at the top of this building right here, which is in an eye shot of the studio, by the way, basically, it's a drone attack hit the top of this one. This is mostly being cleaned up in the area at this time. And this is actually the second time this location's been hit. There's some repairs on another side over here from a few months ago. Same way. So last night in our compounded drone and missile attack, you can see that the top of this building got direct hit with a drone. Tonight, in multiple locations in Kyiv, or early this morning, I should say, that in multiple locations in Kyiv, there were 30, I think it was 38 missiles and just over 300 drones, just days after they had just done it. And we had talked about recently in our broadcasts that they seem to be coming in every 2-week spans, basically to reload the missiles and drone salvos so they could strike again, but obviously they didn't wait for that. Zelensky and officials last night did announce that there would be perhaps a larger attack again, but I want to point out Russia does this at its own timing, and it's doing it a lot right now to disguise the fact that currently Ukrainian forces are successfully penetrating the Russian air defense and striking oil facilities. I want to also point out that last night I was watching, thanks to Russia propaganda monitor, disinfo monitor, the top Russian propagandist Slavytych was online saying, or at least on their broadcast saying, that the strikes here, he was surprised they happened at night because essentially somehow the safety of the people would be considered. No, it's actually worse for people to be striking at night because they're probably asleep and then they have to be disrupted. Second is he lies through his teeth about he knew he could prove that these were military targets. I'm going to go to a lot of the locations that were hit just a couple days ago and show you that they're residential targets as we've been documenting for the last several years. I live in this area. I know these buildings, and I also know where a lot of the materials for weapons are made. They're not made anywhere in the residential areas. They're actually significantly outside of town. Everyone who studies the military development in Ukraine, who's ever been here to study that, knows this. They don't store them in the neighborhoods in Kyiv. There's no area by which you launching a missile like and drones at these buildings is going to magically stop the weapons development of flamingos, etc. So, you can easily spot, when you live here, you can easily spot the lies. But I have to admit, if you're living abroad, you might just have to take one person's word over another. Last, the proportionality. We have to always remember that Russia started this war. This is a Russian aggression war from the beginning. There is no tit for tat. There is no such thing as retaliation on the Russian side. It is raw Russian aggression. When the Ukrainians fight back, that's retaliation for a strike. But even that, Ukrainians never retaliate against the civilians. And again, as you can see, several units in this particular building. These are very high-rise buildings, about 24 floors at least, completely burned out. And we have a casualty count here, from what I understand, of about 11 people killed. In this city, by the way. This is not the only location. And this is the location from last night. And if you look over just meters away is the one from just a few months ago. Same complex. So when people like Slavytych tell you that these are military buildings, etc., no, these are residential buildings. These are residential towers. Straightforward.